Okay, so today I'm going to talk about importing static meshes and textures into UDK. First thing we're going to do is come into our content browser here. I'm going to come down to Import, and I'm going to navigate to where I'm storing my files here. Okay, so inside my images folder, we're going to start with the textures. And I'm going to pull in, let's just go with this floor here. So I'm going to grab my diffuse texture, my normal map, and my specular. And we're going to go ahead and hit open. And my package, I'm going to put the first 3 letters of my last name. Test hallways. Grouping is going to be textures. And I'm going to turn compression no alpha on. And I'm going to hit OK just once. Now my next texture that pops up has abbreviation of NRM, so I know that's my normal map. So I need to come down here to my compression settings and switch it to TC normal map. And hit OK. And now I'm on my spec, so I can switch this back to default. Alright, so now I have my 3 textures. I'm going to go ahead and right click on this and hit save. And I'm going to go ahead and put it in my folder. Let it do its thing. And then it's going to be right here. Test hallways, so I can go ahead and fully load. Now I want to make this into an actual material that I can apply to my static meshes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up to where it says engine and content. And UDK has some predetermined shaders already built. So I'm going to come into engine MI shaders, and I'm going to look for M shader medium. Now right click on it, go create new material instance constant, and I'm going to type HAT and hit the little drop down, and it should take me pretty close to my package. And grouping I'm going to set to materials, and I'm going to call this M_floors. Okay. Make some room here. So I'm going to go into my textures folder here, and I'm going to first grab my diffuse, and I'm going to make sure my parameter groups is expanded and texture parameters. I'm going to toggle on diffuse and assign the diffuse by hitting the little green arrow. I'm going to do the same thing for spec, and the same thing for normals. And now I'll be able to apply this material to any BSP or static mesh. So let's import a static mesh so we can test it. So on the same package here, I'm going to hit import, and I'm going to navigate back to where I was storing my assets. So I'm looking for walls, our floor. Here's my floor. I'm going to hit open. I'm going to put it in the grouping mesh. And there's a few options I'm going to check here. I'm going to make sure explicit normals is turned on, which it is. So now I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. And we don't exactly see anything because it's rotated the wrong way. So if we double click on it, hold down the right mouse button and pull down, it's going to expose our floor. And I can come up here and go save thumbnail angle. That way when I look at it again, we can always see it. So navigating back to this material, I'm going to make sure this material is selected. Come back to my static mesh, and I'm going to make sure I expand LOD group as far as it will go, and then I plug it into the material slot here. And there you have it, static mesh on the floor.